Public speaking is the #1 fear in the world. In some studies, people have said they'd rather die than speak in public. Use these public speaking tips to get rid of the fear of public speaking and start helping others make changes in their lives. 1. Keep your message simple. The old saying, "Keep it simple, stupid," really applies to public speaking as much as anything. If you have a super complicated topic or a 14-step process for an audience, it'll confuse you and the audience. People can only consume and digest a certain amount of information in one day, especially in a multi-speaker event. Before you go on stage, remind yourself of the core message you want people to remember. Remind yourself of how your knowledge and speech can help them take action to improve their lives. If you're using any slides, make sure they are simple as well. Don't have a ton of slides with a lot of words and graphics. Less is more when it comes to. Use authority to convey your message. If you're just starting in public speaking, I'm sure you are beyond nervous, but how you show up to the stage will greatly affect your confidence and ease your fears. Pay attention to your body language as impacting your message. Your words will resonate with the audience if your physiology is the right state. Make sure your chin is up, you're speaking confidently, and your posture matches as well. Before you head out on stage, take a few deep breaths and affirm your greatness to yourself. 3. Create a power ritual before heading on stage. Another awesome public speaking technique is one that Tony Robbins does before every event. Backstage, he jumps on a rebounder, basically a mini trampoline, to adjust his physiology and increase his energy. Then he repeats a mantra that he's used over and over again to get him into a peak state. Despite speaking to millions of people over 40 years, he still does this simple ritual. While you don't need a rebounder, you should create a similar ritual. One that builds confidence in yourself and your ability before going on stage. Whether it's an affirmation of, "I am confident, I am worthy, and I am impacting others," physical activity, or something else. Create a trigger before speaking that builds energy and excitement. 4. Strive to improve. If you're like most people, you want to be great at something instantly. But public speaking is like any skill. It takes time to get great. Give yourself permission to get better over time. It's okay if you're not great at the start. Steve Jobs is my favorite example of this. I'm sure you know him as the epic speaker that delivered keynotes to unveil the hottest and industry-changing products in the world. But it wasn't always like that for Steve. In fact, he used to get so nervous before interviews and speaking that he'd have to throw up beforehand. The thought of public speaking terrified him. It made him physically sick. And now he's regarded as one of the greatest CEO speakers ever.